Hi, my name is Dan. Um, about 13 months ago, I had open reduction internal fixation surgery on my shoulder. You can see the scar here. Um, and I've noticed, like online, that there haven't been a ton of people reporting back after a significant amount of time about their surgeries and how they progressed. And I know that's something I searched for quite a bit over the first year. So I wanted to share my experience and share my progress and hopefully give some sort of hope to people who are going through something similar. So just a little bit of background about what happened to me. I was living in Brooklyn, and on Labor Day they have the West Indies Parade. Usually I would do a long run in Prospect Park on the weekends, but the parade blocked off my route to the park, so I was forced to do my long run into Manhattan. And I got to the corner of Quasin and Flushing Avenues, and a 19-year-old driver in a speeding sedan plowed into me. I broke my left pinky, three lowest vertebrae, and chipped three ribs. In addition to the humerus was shattered in three or four places, um, and the ball of the shoulder was knocked closer towards my armpit. Um, One thing you will not get with this video is very scientific terminology. I don't fully understand all of it. But it was really bad. I will say, if you got like three uh, fractured ribs or something wrong with your lower vertebrae or your pinky, all that stuff is healed completely, and I never feel it. The shoulder is a different story. So I think probably one of the most important things I can do right now is show you progress. Um, so yeah, like you said, this is the shoulder that was damaged. I can move in most directions. You can see people tell me I'm compensating a little bit. Before my crash, this shirt actually fit, so just a word to the wise. Maybe I should pick something a little bit larger. Um, but yeah, I have been told that I look basically normal. Um, right now, I would imagine I have somewhere between 95 and 100% of my range of motion back, but probably, it'll never be perfect, so probably like 96, 97%. What bothers me now is more pain, which I'm told could be a chronic issue, or it might heal within 2 years or so. It's sort of a wait and see game. Um, I had my surgery done at New York Presbyterian by Dr. William Levine, who is the head of orthopedics there. He did an unbelievable job. I am convinced there is nobody in New York City or possibly the country who could have done a better job. Um, but I do think that with something like this, a lot of it is really dependent on the injury that was sustained and the amount of damage that was done. And no matter who you have as a doctor, nothing is really going to change those factors. Um, I did see him for a follow up appointment last month. He said I was doing better than 99.9% of patients, so that's good. Um, but I think there are several keys to if I'm considered a success story with the surgery. Um, Several factors contribute to that. One, I'm in New York. I had some of the best medical care you could possibly expect, you could possibly imagine, excuse me, from the people at New York Presbyterian to the physical therapists, um, crossover health, uh, restore rehab. I just had some really amazing physical therapists and occupational therapists for the hand. So when I got hit, I guess it stretched out the nerves. That's what I've been told by a hand specialist. So at first I didn't have any sensation in my hand, in my right hand, but it's slowly coming back. It's I'm between 70 and 80% there, and hoping for 100% there. Um, I think my age, I was 27 when this happened, probably contributed to the recovery that I've had. And I'm just a very active person. As I mentioned, I was training for the New York City Marathon when this happened. Still ran the marathon 2 months later. And I try to run every single day. Obviously, you know, anything that involves the shoulder has been particularly difficult. I tried doing shoulder presses at the gym, lifting weights. Hasn't always been easy. That might be a lifelong complication. But, 13 months out, I'm hopeful that I know I will never be 100%, but I really do believe that, the pain might go away entirely and only flare up like under intense strain during exercise or randomly maybe during a very cold day or something like that. The 5 degrees in range of motion that I'm now missing are like I don't notice that. All I notice is the pain. And I'm sorry if it wasn't very articulate. Please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help with. I think one of the things that I've learned that is so difficult about this is just as I was kind of alluding to earlier, every injury is different, so everybody's recovery is going to be different. Yeah, I mean, I've learned a lot over the last year, especially about pain, and you know, one of the things that I've learned is just that what hurts today might not hurt tomorrow. It might not be a permanent thing, and it's really hard to envision a time when it might not hurt. But I've also learned a lot about your state of mind and how optimism can actually impact your recovery and how crucial it is to be optimistic. That's something I've struggled with quite a bit, but um, just sticking to your logic. If you stick with physical therapy, if you trust your surgeon, if you trust your doctors, um, I think a lot of that is going to manifest in optimism. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm both rambling and I haven't said enough in some ways. And I'll check back again in a year. Um, but until then, I hope whatever you're going through, you have a plan to deal with it. You have medical professionals that you trust. Um, and I hope you don't feel like you want to give up, because I feel like that's probably the most important thing I can say right now is just don't give up. Um, you only live once. Horrible things happen, whether they're physical, psychological, um, whatever it might be. Um, but you need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for a better life, and whether that means going to physical therapy, whether that means talking with someone, whatever it might be, um, you may never be perfect again if you've had this type of surgery and you sustain some sort of traumatic injury like this. But you can get close to it, and you can certainly get a lot better. Um, and I'm hoping the next video I make about this is like me telling you, oh, I haven't even thought about this in the last 2 or 3 months because I just feel so good. Um, anyway, best of luck. Please get in touch if there's anything specific I can talk about or help you with. Thanks.